Hello ghouls, my name is Kat and welcome to another reading vlog. This is gonna be a bit more of a relaxed style reading vlog. So I have college starting next month and I actually have a job interview today. So I feel like my schedule is about to get really packed. So my reading vlogs are very much still gonna be surrounded around reading, of course, but there's gonna be more in between that I'm gonna be showing, so just basically like my daily life and that kind of thing, and I won't feel as pressured to read as much as possible. Then I still want to read as much as possible, but if I don't finish a book in a reading vlog, then it's okay. I'm not gonna hate myself for it. It's just I don't want to burn myself out, but I also don't want to stop making content. So in this week's reading vlog, I still very much want to continue reading the romance books on my physical TBR. If you don't know, the last few reading vlogs I've done have been around romance books because I want to read as many of these by the time August is up. However, I've decided to change my mind and this is actually going to be my last week trying to read as many of these as I can. So whatever romance books I don't finish this week, they're just gonna have to wait until another time because I'm just too eager to get into the autumnal vibes. I'm actually deciding to leave Twisted Love for another time, maybe even for another video, so I will not be reading this week. I want to read Falling Hard for the Royal Guard by Megan Clausen. This sounds honestly really exciting and I think I'll enjoy it. Next up will be Secretly Yours and Unfortunately Yours by Tessa Bailey. These also sound really fun. It's a duology. So those are the three books I want to read this week, hopefully. If I have the time, that would be great. I'll be starting off... I actually might start off with this since it's a duology. I'd rather start off with this because it gives me a higher chance of actually finishing both of these books this week. So, Secretly Yours by Tessa Bailey. I don't have time to start this right now because I have to leave for my interview soon, which wish me luck, by the way. But whenever I get a chance, I'll be starting off with this. So, I'll be back when I have an update. Okay, so just a little update. The interview actually went surprisingly well, I think. The woman interviewing me was really nice and I felt really comfortable. She said she'll be in touch within the next 24 hours to let me know after she ends up interviewing everyone else, but I'm feeling good. A little background about me. So I'm 20 years old. I'm going to be turning 21 in October. I'm a business student and I'm about to go into my fourth and final year in September. So I'm going to be going into Secretly Yours by Tessa Bailey now since I have some free time and I feel like I can finally relax, just take a breath, relax. Everything's okay. You're okay. We're fine. I'll be back if I have an update on this book. I'm only one chapter into this book so far, but there's already one thing annoying me a little bit, and it's actually the font size. I feel like the font is really tiny, and as you can see, there's so much white space around the words, and it's like I feel like the font could have been bigger and taken up a bit more space on the pages, because just personally I'm struggling to read it a little bit. I feel like I really have to get up close and personal, but it's okay. It's nothing that would affect my rating of the book, but I thought I'd just point that out. I don't have anything to say plot-wise yet because I'm actually a bit confused as to where this is gonna go, so I'll check back in when I actually have something else to say. So I actually have a little bit of an update on this book, but before we get into that, I have a little book unboxing to do. Oh my goodness. She's heavy. Floppy Queen. Okay. This is Drowned in the Name of Love by Ruth S. Diaz. When the seas call, the hearts set sail. So I actually bought this book after I saw a TikTok that the author made, and I felt immediately intrigued. I was like, yes, sounds like my vibe. I want to get into the whole pirate stuff. So it's about 458 pages. The tragic murder of her father, the famed pirate king, and the revolutionary waves it left behind bound Donna to a life of privilege within the oppressive walls of Tydia's court. She risks everything to chase her only dream, to sail the seas as a pirate, just as her father once did. An unexpected twist shatters what should have been the most important day of her life. So I believe this is a debut novel. There's a map. Oh my god, there's a map. Okay. I'm really looking forward to this book, so let's add it to my physical TBR. So moving back to Secretly Yours by Tessa Bailey, it's going okay. I'm now on page 107. So basically what this book is about is we're following our main character Hallie, or Haley. I think it's pronounced Hallie. I'll double check the pronunciation later, but we're also following Julian. This is a dual POV book, and they first met when Hallie was a freshman in high school and Julian was a senior. And one night in the vineyards of his family's winery, they almost kissed. But right before they kissed, he stopped and he was like, "Wait, no, you're a freshman, I can't." And she's just been really upset at the fact that he didn't kiss her, and it's now 15 years later and she's still like obsessed with him. So currently she's a gardener and he's a history professor. And when I say she's obsessed with him, I mean like literally. So she watches his like, I don't know, his videos on YouTube. I think he posts some kind of history lecture style videos on YouTube, and she watches them all the time. And she still has a yearbook with his photos in there, and she like dog ears the pages so she looks at them. And he recently came back into town because he's taking a break from teaching and he's going to write a book. So his mother ended up calling Hallie to put some flowers in his garden or something like that. I don't know, but anyway, he's like, "She looks so familiar. I wonder where I remember her from." And when Hallie realizes that he doesn't recognize her, she gets kind of upset. She's like, "Oh," like her smile fades, and he's like, "Huh, weird, but whatever." So whenever she's done planting the flowers and stuff, as she's leaving, she says, "It was nice to see you again." And he was like, "Again? So I do know her." She never ended up telling him until like a few days later, and he was like, "Oh." Oh, Hallie's friend Lavinia, I think is her name, she joked with Hallie being like, "You should write him a love letter and leave it on his private trail leading to his property." And she was like, "No, I would never do something so childish." But she gets drunk and of course she does it, and she doesn't remember what she left in the letter. But he finds the letter and he's like, "Who could have possibly wrote this secret admirer letter to me? Who could possibly be my secret admirer? I wonder." But like, he actually has no clue. They're very much polar opposites. She's kind of a klutz. She just does things whenever she feels like doing them. He's very much the type of person that just abides by a very tight schedule. And lately she's been like ruining his schedule. So that's kind of it. I'm actually not hating it. Not loving it, but not hating it. He's kind of annoying me. Like, okay, enough babbling. I'll be back when I have more to say. Okay, so just some little updates. Last night, I ended up staying up till midnight for the Monster High and Corpse Bride collection doll because Corpse Bride is my favorite movie of all time, and I've been a Monster High fan since I was a kid, so I was like, I cannot miss this. I had to get it. So I stayed up till midnight, and the second it hit midnight, I went on the website and I kept refreshing it for a few minutes and it kept saying out of stock. So I was like, okay, maybe it's gonna be a morning release. So after a few tries for a few minutes, I was like, okay, you know what, I'll check again in the morning. So I went to get ready for bed and I was about to lie down and I was like, you know what, I'll check one more time just to be safe. And there she was, available for order. And I was like, how sneaky. It was 10 past midnight. They didn't release her at midnight exactly. That is so snaky. But I ended up getting her and I'm so glad I have her ordered. I also ordered 2 more dolls and I was worried that the resellers would get to her first, and I was like, stressing. I was originally planning to actually go to Smyths first thing in the morning the second they opened to go get it, but I'm glad I didn't do that because it was actually an online special, so you could only get her online, and I didn't know that, and it didn't say that on the website until earlier today. So today's a good day. I also forgot to mention I got invited for a second interview, which was earlier today, and it went really well. I think, I don't know, I get so nervous in interviews. I feel like it doesn't really reflect me as a person. It's Future Cat here and the dolls have arrived. I'm so excited, so let's open it up. You know what, let's grab her first. Oh my ghoul, she's so gorgeous. I'll do little close-up shots of each of the dolls so you can see better because you probably can't see anything right now. She's so pretty. Let's just keep going. Oh, here's Frankie. Frankie was actually always my favorite as a kid. I will not be accepting any Frankie slander. My favorite Monster High ghouls were always Frankie, Twyla and Abby. So I need to get those dolls too. I need to get the original Frankie doll, but she's so cute. Wait, because why do I now just not want to unbox them? She looks so good in her box. I was gonna unbox her because I think any dolls I collect that are in box, I think I want to leave them in the box. If I ever want dolls out of box, I can buy dolls that are already out of box so I don't have to do it myself. The one and only, she's in her own separate box. Let's see, I'm so excited. Wow, they wrapped her up nicely. Okay. Okay, so again, I'll do a whole close-up. The box is really nice. This is my first Skullector doll. Oh, wow. Oh! Wait, she's so stunning. My box is a little bit dusty. I can touch her. Oh my god, I can touch her without unboxing her. She's so pretty. Wait, she's actually gorgeous. I feel like they did butcher her dress a little bit and I see other people saying the same thing. But you know what? She's still gorgeous. Her ring. Definitely keeping her in the box. The thing is, I don't want to keep them in the box because I want to sell them. I probably will never sell these dolls. I'm not a reseller. In fact, I hate the idea of reselling because this doll sold out pretty quick. And immediately after, I was already seeing these listed on Vinted and Depop for 200 euro. And originally, she's 75 euro. And it's just like straight after. And it's just ridiculous. I will never get behind the idea of going to buy something just for the purpose of reselling. Like reselling is okay, like if you've had something for a while and you don't need it anymore and you want to sell it, but it's just, I mean, like going to buy something that you know is limited stock and like you don't even care for it, you don't even want it, you just want to make a profit from it. Like I just let someone have it who actually wants it, you know, for a reasonable price. She's really, really pretty. Okay. Okay, those are my 3 dolls. They're so pretty. And I'm so happy I was able to get my hands on these. I really like the Wednesday doll, especially. Like Thing, oh, I love it. She looks so pretty. Yeah, the little Monster High logo on the bag. Like I used to play with Monster High dolls as a kid all the time. I had a huge collection. Like as a kid, I had like a shelf or 2 shelves and it was just full of dolls, but I bet my mom regrets throwing them out. I need to think of where I can display these. Once I get a new shelf, I will definitely be displaying these dolls on that shelf, but for now, okay, I hope you can see properly, but I was thinking of like putting them on this cabinet for now until I get a new shelf. Okay, well, to be fair, I think she has enough room. I'll have to stack them. I don't really have any other choice. I don't know which doll. I think I like Frankie next. Like that. Something like that. I think that's fine. I'm at Smyths. So I know I said I wasn't gonna come here because I ordered the dolls online, but I wanna buy some Legos for my boyfriend and I just wanna have a little browse around and see if anything else interests me. So I thought I would bring you along because it could be fun. So let's go. I can't find any of the Monster High dolls. Okay, so not a single Monster High doll in sight, but that's okay. They're all probably just sold out in store, but that's okay. So for my boyfriend, I picked up the F1, the Red Bull F1 car and Cake Sauber. He wants to collect all of these. He already has a few. I don't remember which ones he has, but he wanted these 2. I'm kind of sad that there weren't any Monster High dolls because even if I didn't want to buy one, I still just wanted to look at them. But it's okay. I have to go collect my boyfriend's mom from work and then I'll check back in when I have a reading update. Oh my god, I look rough. We're in the city, which is like my least favorite place ever, but we're going into HomeSense because they have so much Halloween decor, and even if I don't buy anything, I just love looking at it. So we're gonna go have a look and then we might go into some bookstores. Yay. Hey ghouls, it's voiceover cat here. So we're in HomeSense. Look at all this stuff. I was so excited when I stepped foot in here. I was like, I don't even know what to look at first. Look at this little basket. So cute. Like they really had everything you could hope for in a Halloween decor place. Like, oh, this little ghoul. This blanket, I fell in love with this blanket the second I saw it. I was like, yeah, yup. Literally, when I say so much stuff, I mean so much stuff. All the pumpkins, all the ghouls, oh, skeletons. It's just, it was amazing to look at. This is Frederick. He's ginormous. And this is his little buddy, super cute. Oh, I wish I got this, the little thing, Wednesday thing. This is so cool. So cool. The little Boo Crew pillows. So soft. Super cute. Perfect for on a couch. They had a lot of art as well. The bougie. And they also had this little one. I'm so spooktacular. Martha Stewart pillow trio. This is like irrelevant, but this couch is really nice. I thought I'd mention it. It's giving Friends for some reason. There was even an upstairs. Yeah, an upstairs. So this is kind of like all the kitchen stuff, I was definitely a bit overwhelmed, but look at all this stuff. Like, I would die to just buy everything here. But yeah, no, it's just like each thing had its like own aesthetic. Like some of it was girly, some of it was more on the spooky side. But yeah, the little cookie jars, literally adorable. So adorable. This, I don't know what exactly this is, but it's really cool. Maybe it's a cookie holder. Oh, the Jack Skellington blanket. I really wanted to get it. So they had a good few mugs, not as many as I was expecting though, but a lot of them were really, really cute. And these little sippy cups or tumblers, whatever they're called. I love the stoppers on the straws. Adorable. They even had bathroom stuff. Like, this is so cute. They're just kept, like, there was just more and more. And then they hit me with more mugs at the checkout when we were in line, and I was like, oh. He's like, exactly. So yeah, I got some stuff, and then we went to Waterstone. I was just looking at some really nice special editions. It's so cool. Of course I got some stuff, and then we went to this coffee shop. I loved the vibe in here, and the coffee was actually really, really nice. Then we went to the cinema to see Weapons. It was an interesting movie, but I actually had a good time. Okay, I have a bit of a haul for you ghouls, so let's get into it. So from HomeSense, I said I probably wasn't gonna get anything, but there was a lot of stuff, okay? Okay, so first of all is this cutest little ghoul holding a kitty cat with a little red bow on a witch hat. Super, super cute. When I saw him, I was like, yeah, you're coming home with me. This mug is adorable. I actually wasn't gonna get a mug because none of the mugs were really standing out to me, but then we got to the tills and we were waiting in line and there was a bunch of more stuff there, and I was like, don't do this to me. And I saw this mug and I was like, this is the perfect fall Halloween mug. I was like, I'm taking it. It's just, I love the size of it. I love the pumpkins, spider. It's really, really pretty. I just couldn't leave without it. I was like, this is the one. So they knew what they were doing by putting more stuff at the tills, of course. And last but not least, of course, I couldn't leave without getting a blanket. This one is so nice. She's so heavy and she's so thick. Black cats and pumpkins and ghosts, like it has a special place in my heart, and this is seriously so soft. It has another side to it which I really, really like. This is it's like heavy. It's a heavy blanket. It's so nice, which by the way, thanks to my boyfriend. We went to Waterstones, which was unplanned, and I wasn't even gonna get any books, but I got two. So first of all, I got Sunrise on the Reaping. I have the Hunger Games series already, but I never actually read it. I read the first book, but it was a while ago. So I thought I would do a video where I read the entire Hunger Games series for the first time, because I think that could be fun. This is seriously so pretty. Like, she's gorgeous. I've heard amazing things about this book. Apparently it's everyone's favorite out of the entire series, and although it's a prequel, I think everyone's still saying read it after the rest of the series. Just still leave it to last. I got The Enchanted Greenhouse by Sarah Beth Durst. I loved the spell shop so much, and I actually didn't even realize this book existed until I saw it. I was like, wait. I ended up getting her. I love love a YA cozy fantasy, and Sarah Beth Durst, like the Spell Shop, seriously really loved it, so I cannot wait to get into this. The covers, so magical. Yeah, this is gonna be on my TBR for autumn. I'm gonna put this up there because how I organize my TBR cart is if I have a series like that I haven't read, I don't put the entire series on my physical TBR. I put the first book of the series on the TBR and then the rest is still on my shelf. But then if I read the first book, I put the first book back, I take the second book out, and I put the second book on my TBR. That kind of thing, if you get me. So, but this will be going on the TBR. I'll put her down here. If she will fit, she will not fit. Oh! Okay, she will not fit down there. Okay, I'll put her up here, and then this one will go up on my shelf. Okay, so I actually have this. So I actually have the Spell Shop here too. No, it'll fit. It'll fit. It'll just about fit. Okay, and as for Secretly Yours by Tessa Bailey, I'm now on page 208 out of like 370, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish this book now. So let's get to reading. Officially finished Secretly Yours by Tessa Bailey. I think I'm gonna give this a solid 2-star. Like, it wasn't awful, it wasn't bad. I guess it just wasn't for me because I didn't necessarily like them together and I didn't really like Julian's character. I did end up liking both of their growth, like they both grew as people as the book went on, but I still just didn't really like him throughout the book. I liked Hallie a lot. I liked the representation of anxiety. Like, it's just he was trying to be really protective, which I like, but I couldn't take him seriously because I picture him as Sheldon Cooper, okay? I mean, look at the guy on the cover and just imagine him being like, if you talk to her like that again, I'll break your jaw. But I didn't like him with her. He was pictured as like this really buff, tough guy. I couldn't picture it. My opinion, I didn't like them together at all. Oh my god, wait, this literally feels like if Sheldon Cooper and Penny got together. If you'd be into that, and if you've always wanted to see Sheldon and Penny together, then this book is for you. But honestly though, like, I was liking it at the start a little bit, but then I was getting annoyed, and I was annoyed by the ending. It wasn't awful. The smut scenes were just too long. This book wasn't necessarily like overly smutty, but it's just, it dragged on for more than I would have liked. So unfortunately the week is now over, so I didn't get a chance to read Unfortunately Yours. That's fine. Honestly, it's fine. So this book actually follows Natalie, which I am kind of looking forward to reading, but not right now. I'm over it. Read the rest of the romance books on my physical TBR, probably maybe around Valentine's Day or next summer, so I will read this eventually, just gonna put it aside for now. So that would be it for this week's video. I hope it was fun. I had fun. I enjoyed the shopping and my Monster High collection that has just begun. Trust me, there will be more. So if you liked this video, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. If you would like to see more content, follow me on Instagram and TikTok. And I guess that would be it. Oh, did I forget to mention this earlier? What book are you currently reading? Please let me know in the comments. Okay, so until the next one, bye!